Good morning and welcome to your Daily Sparks. You know, a man frantically rushed into his house and told his wife that they had a major problem. She said, "What is it?" He said, "There's water in the carburetor in the car. It won't run." Water in the carburetor? She paused to think about that statement because she knew her husband always took their car to the shop if it needed to be worked on. "Honey," she said, I didn't know you knew what a carburetor was. How do you know there's water in the carburetor?" And he looked helpless. He said, "Because the car is in the swimming pool. So I guess there's water in the carburetor." See, the man's situation made him feel hopeless. And after all, car ownership doesn't sink much lower than when your vehicle is at the bottom of a swimming pool. Maybe you've never experienced as drastic a situation as what we've just described here, but you can imagine the feeling of hopelessness. Your car is at the bottom of the pool. If you've ever been there, or if you've been at the lowest point in your life, maybe you're there right now, you'll realize that no matter how hopeless things may seem, you know, God can give you back what is lost. When you hope in Him, you can turn things around. The Bible says in Psalm 30, "Weeping may stay overnight, but there is joy in the morning." But as believers, we have a tremendous reason for hope, but we've got to face facts. The problem is not that there was water in the carburetor. The problem was that the car was in the pool. And we have to deal with, sometimes we call it something that it's not to try and lessen the blow. We don't call it sin. We call it, a temptation, or we call it, I had a small fall, or I stumbled a little. But let's call it what it is. Let's call it sin, and let's deal with the real problem, which is hauling the car out of the pool. So if you're at your lowest point, or near enough, if you're at a low point right now, don't just say, "Well, there's water in the carburetor," and make light of it. Get serious about it and say, "Let's pull that thing out of the pool. Let's turn this disaster around." Come to Christ. He gives you the hope to face anything, even if you made the disaster. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow on Sparks.